Third time's a charm, baby. Welcome to Soundcheck. Well, apparently I didn't do one because the mic wasn't working at all. So we started, then it stopped, and I started it and it stopped again. And third time's a charm. Here we are. Welcome to the Moose Pit Studios here in Oklahoma City. Second week of live radio on Raw Talk Online. So, we don't usually do this live. It's a podcast. Usually I just record it at my leisure, in my underwear, and, I can watch TV and eat and do stuff. But I'm doing this live now, so I'm trying to be a responsible radio type person and actually, do it live and be here with you and actually take phone calls. If you want to call in, the number is 424-666-7356. We might actually put you on the air, so you can also text if you want. You can just text and say where you're hearing the show from, which is always fun to know where the hell, my voice is being carried across the world. Soundcheck. It's a show where we listen to metal, and we talk about the song, say if we like it or not. And then you can text in your thoughts, or if you want to call about just anything, we can talk. This is the live one, so I try to take it a little bit more loose than the non-live one. So if we get phone calls and we don't talk about sports or politics or whatever like that, we can do that too. It's just whatever. We can talk about, Monica Lewinsky. Right now we're going to listen to 1000 Dead with a song called Lying Through Teeth on Soundcheck.
You're lying through your teeth.
Bitch. 1000 Dead. So kicking off the show with it was okay. It was. So for those of you who are not familiar with the show, let me introduce you to a couple phrases we like to use. One of them is bar band, and that to me was kind of bar band. Like, I feel like I could go to, any bar, any kind of metal bar, and hear a band that sounds a lot like that. And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, they're good at it. It was a decent song, I'm like, metal, rocking out, horns in the air. But it didn't do anything like amazing, It wasn't like Monica Lewinsky. Oops. You know what I mean? It just didn't do a whole lot. I mean, I would wear the shirt. It was cool. I would say this is an okay band to listen to. So, I'd probably give it a couple taco rating, but not much more. I mean, it just, the production was good. I mean, there wasn't anything like necessarily wrong with it. It just didn't have that like whoa factor. Hey, that was badass. Anyway, so listen, man, I'm waiting on you guys to call. This is the whole reason I decided to do this live thing, was for interaction with people. And I want you to text in. I want you to call in, and we can talk about whatever. Like I said, this is the live version. And if you don't call in, that's cool. So we're gonna do it anyway. But it's always fun to talk with people. I'm kind of interested in who wants to talk about this pansy that's suing United. What a wiener. What a wimp. Anyway, man, so between now and then, we're going to listen to metal and a band called All Hell.
I am the mist upon the mountain. I am the smoke upon the flame. I am the grip around your throat. I am the fire in your veins. I am the wind that calls the rooftop. I am the rain that won't relent. I am the shadow on your soul. I am your seething content.
and it's all hell. And I just thinking in my head about talking to somebody from the South, and you have all hell and all hell. I'm not sure. Is that all hell or all hell? And then I right off the bat, I'm like, and that's all hell. I live in the South, man. It's taken over my speech pattern, and it's unfortunate. It is because, yeah, I tell my wife all the time that if we ever go back east again, the people there are going to think that she's ignorant because she has a Southern accent, and that's just the truth, man. It's a weird form of racism that people in the Northeast. I think it's more than that. I think just people in general think if you have a Southern accent, you're stupid. And I'm in hell. I'm in hell, yeah. I just said and again. Anyway, so yeah. So waiting on the phone calls, 424-666-7356. You guys can call in. And I wanted to mention real quick that you can call in on the podcast version too. Anytime you hear the show, when I give out the phone number, it's a text line. It's a business line. I mean, you can call it, but mainly it's used for text, and we take requests, and we'd love to, like I said, know where you listen from or see a picture of where you are, or, if you want to send a picture of your favorite football team. So, we can talk about sport, whatever, your favorite beer, a picture of your toenail. I don't care. Just, the phone line is here so people can get involved, and we have fun with each other. I can't say it enough. Some things are just better with a partner. Right now, Arakara, Black Magic Marionettes. Akakara, Black Magic Marionette. Yeah, so that kind of goes back to the bar band thing. I mean, it was a decent song. The production was okay. I mean, it wasn't, anything bad necessarily about it, but I mean, it had a lot of promise in the beginning. I thought, okay, got some cool old school, like thrash kind of thing going on here. All right. Then the vocals kicked in. I was like, he's okay. I mean, and then it just kind of progressively got worse, and then the chorus hit. Black Magic Marionette. It just didn't work for me, and I want to say this. See if anybody else understands or agrees with me. If you guys remember, like back when Christian metal first came out, it was like B-rate versions of secular music, and I mean, and that's okay. It took a long time for it to grow into what it is now, because now some of the Christian bands are better than secular bands. Yada, 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 yada. That's what that kind of sounded like, that a Kakara or whatever your name is. It kind of sounded like B-rate, we're trying to be cool and yada, yada, yada. So, I don't know, man. It was okay. And Two tacos. I probably wouldn't wear the shirt. I probably am not going to say, hey, you guys should check out a Kakara, especially since I can't say their damn name. It's Soundcheck as Sirens Fall with a little smoke.
Inside with these hands I'll shake the faith right out your eyes. In 5 years time, some smoky bar in the back streets of nowhere, you'll see me and you won't know me anymore. You'll see me and you won't know me anymore. We all have eyes, but so many less no light. And cross my heart, I don't wanna die. And cross my heart, I don't wanna die. Where did we go wrong? You're like a fire tonight, it's smoke. I might have been a cynic and I might have been better, but at least I was thinking and not just existing. It shines so bright, doesn't mean it's shining on you. I would have gone quietly into the night for you. And now I search the embers for some semblance of hope. And now I search the embers for some semblance of hope. We all have eyes, but so many less no light. And cross my heart, I don't wanna die. And cross my heart, I don't wanna die. Where did we go wrong? You're like a fire tonight, it's smoke. I might have been a cynic and I might have been better, but at least I was thinking and not just existing. Where did we go wrong? You're
Yeah, Sirens Fall, man. So here's the deal with that. That was probably, the most interesting song so far. I can't see a damn thing. Why is this not working? There we go. So that was a really good song. It was an interesting, the very first thing I thought was, this is a good bass tone. These guys are listening. Really good vocal harmonies. I love the bass tone. I love the crescendo of the music. Man, that might be pick of the show. Pick O the show, as we say. Yeah, man, so welcome to Soundcheck. My name is Moose, coming to you from the Moose Pit Studios here in Oklahoma City. On Raw Talk Online is the name of the station that carries it live, which is, I decided to do the live thing because I wanted people to get involved, and so we're only a couple of weeks in, so we're hoping for better luck on that maybe in the coming weeks. We'll see what happens. You never know. There's some sort of curse on this show where people don't like to text or call or anything, but that's okay. It's part of what we do, and sometimes you got luck, sometimes you don't. So I was gonna tell a story real quick. Like, one of my favorite things to do in the world is to go on Facebook, and there's that big long list of people you might know or suggested friends or whatever. There's always a bunch of chicks on there with their boobs hanging out or in a bikini or whatever. And I love to sit there and delete. Unless one of them looks like they're in a band or in the, a metal person. So then I'll try to talk to them or introduce them to my show or whatever. And this person actually person from this next band came on and liked the Soundcheck page. I was like, oh, cool, who was this? And I looked, and it was a super crazy metal chick and just screaming and had on a Meshuggah shirt. And I was like, oh, this is cool. And she's in a band called Optimus Prime. And we're going to play them right now on Soundcheck. It's a little bit of crankin' wagon from Optimus Prime. Boy, wouldn't you, like, hate to be dating her and make her mad at you? I will put the cap on the toothpaste next time. I promise. Just calm down. Just pretty cool. I mean, I like, it's really rough, you know, kind of deathcore-y, not super slick production, but I think it's a demo, so I mean that's understandable. Yeah, man. So pretty cool. I like it. I have good feelings about what can happen with Optimus Prime. So I'm going to go ahead and I will wear that shirt, and I'll probably give that about a 2.75 tacos. You know, tacos are how we rate things around here, and because tacos rule. So my name is Moose. This is Soundcheck, and welcome wherever you are, in your home, in your car, listening to your phone as you're jogging in the park, wherever you're at, you know, hanging out. I appreciate you inviting me onto your device. Yeah, it's kind of a weird inviting. I've been invited to a device, and I'll be there. I don't know. So, yeah. So this is I do this live on Tuesdays on Raw Talk Online thing. Normally, this is a podcast, so we do 2 shows a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays. And Thursdays is a pre-recorded kind of a deal, and it's a little bit different because it's very timed out, and there's segments, and it's a little bit different. It's a little bit more put together than this live thing, because live radio is a whole different kind of a deal. But the reason I decided to go live was so I could talk to people, have you call in on the line 424-666-7356 or text in, whatever you want to do. I mentioned earlier I'd love to talk to somebody about that weenie doctor that's going to sue United. I can't even get into how crazy that whole thing is. I put on Facebook my opinion, and people just freaked out. But so anyway, yeah. So give us a call, give us a text, have a good time with it, and we're going to listen to more metal and talk about tacos. And what's your favorite kind of taco? Blind Attribution, I Won't Deny.
Disappear, but this fire that's burning inside, got this feeling I just can't hide, got this love that's reeling inside, got a savior I won't keep those whispers to yourself. It does not help my spiritual health. You try to tattoo on my brain, but your efforts, they are in vain. Got this fire that's burning inside, got this feeling I just can't hide, got this love that's reeling inside, got a savior I won't deny.
Yeah, metal. Sorry, happens sometime. Yeah, so here's the deal on that. And when I did the Moose show, I kind of previewed the music before I put it on. And one of the things I would have said to I can't remember the name of the band now, whoever I just played, I'm sorry, is that maybe we want to try to put out something a little better produced before we play it to a ton of people, because a lot of people listen to this show, a lot. So you maybe want to put your best foot forward when you're putting stuff out on the show. So it wasn't a bad song. It was kind of demo quality, very kind of cassette production thing, so maybe there's some good stuff in the future. But right now, I'm probably not going to say, hey, you should listen to Blind Attrition. I'm going to go, here in a couple of years, Blind Attrition is going to be pretty good. But right now, Taco Shell. Well, no, Taco Shell meat. Yeah, something like that. Anyway, so speaking of tacos, I guess drinking the Kool-Aid out of the Fuzzy's Tacos cup. That hasn't changed from the Moose show. It just hasn't. I'm going to drink Kool-Aid out of the Fuzzy's Tacos cup, and it's going to happen. I'm looking for a taco sponsor, a bacon sponsor, of course, Cheetos. I'm still waiting for them to write me. And then I would really love, of course, the taco, Fuzzy's Tacos, just to give in and say, maybe if we give him money, he'll stop talking about us. I don't know. Anyway, so waiting on the phone calls. If you want to text in or call in, 424-666-7356. Yeah, I'm going to keep mentioning it, until somebody calls or texts or whatever. We're going to have fun with it. Right now, Ben, so when I do the Soundcheck thing, I don't really do a lot of research on the bands. I just kind of pop them in the old playlist and then hit go. But I think this band has something to do with, or somebody is in this band that was in System of a Down, but they got a great name, Bubbles Erotica on Soundcheck. Crank it.
You want and what you like. A swig with Nick will set you right. I don't want to go home. Take me to that West Coast disco. 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 Bum bada bum bada bum bada bum bum. Some new players at the bloody Renaissance fair, cut in an upside down White House. Make me do that West Coast disco. 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 Bum bada bum bada bum bada bum bum. It's what you want. You what you like. That West Coast disco will only set you right where you want it, where you need it to be the whole time. It's what you want and what you like. That West Coast disco will only set you right where you want it, where you need it to be the whole. What you want and what you like. That Wisco disco will only set you right where you want it, where you need it to be the whole time. It's what you want and what you like. That Wisco disco will only set you right where you want it, where you need it to be the whole time. It's what you want and what you like. That Wisco disco will only set you right where you want it, where you need it to be the whole time.
Bubbles Erotica. So, real quick, I'm just going to throw this out there. It's going to be a huge, huge hit. And let me tell you why. And I think probably the guys in the band, especially anybody that's been in a successful band, will understand this to a point. Remember the first time you heard that Gwen Stefani song where she spells out bananas? You know what I'm talking about? Remember when you heard Whip It by Devo? It's so almost stupid that it's going to stick in your brain. I'm telling you, and it's kind of a weirdo because it's almost the opposite of the System of a Down formula, where their verses would be absolute utter chaos, and then their bridges and choruses would just be pristine and beautiful. The verses of that song, I loved the harmonies, I loved the guitar drive, I liked all of that stuff, and then it went into the Wisco disco thing. I was like, it's like bastardized Ted Nugent or something. You know, I was just like, but the whole time I kept thinking to myself, this is gonna be that song that people say, did you hear that dumb Wisco disco song? And people are gonna be like, yeah, man, everybody's gonna be talking about it, and it's gonna become a huge hit. Yeah, that's my thought on that. I think I would wear the shirt just because it was so ridiculous. I was like, holy crap, this is just asinine, but it's cool. You know what I mean? So, all right, maybe it's me. I got into a serious moment there, got up on a soapbox, started talking about the inner workings of pop music and how it sticks in your brain, and then people went, this guy's out of his damn mind. This is Soundcheck coming to you from Oklahoma City, from the Moose Pit Studios. That's right. I'm here in the studio right now, slaving over the microphone, playing metal, talking to you, talking about metal. Nobody has texted in yet about the weenie airline passenger. I want to talk about it. I think I've got some definite. Maybe before the show's over, I'll get my thoughts on it, and then people will, maybe ban me. But I don't have billions to lose like United does, so I'm not too bothered if people don't like my opinion. That's okay. So it's not like I'm a worldwide syndicated podcast host or anything. Oh, yeah. All right, coming up next is a band called We Are Band Nerds, which, just from the artwork, this is going to be interesting. We're going to find out. I don't know what to think here. But, no clue. Let's find out together. Better with a partner.
I don't trust nobody, 'cause I've been burned before. All I hear is eighth and quarter notes. Eighth in my styrofoam. My feet are portraying me. I feel the drink in me. Please don't pick up the phone. Maybe the pheromone. Got me hot in the street. She say I'm a freak. My dick runs deep. I'm a baritone. Probably why I ain't famous. God knows what my aim is. But I ain't blown till I was 22. So ask yourself, do you blame him? I'm
emotions light in a Rubik's Cube. Many a who try to claim him, but all this time he's been selling lies. So ask yourself, do you blame them? I am possessed by a metronome. All I hear is some clicks and a steady tone. Suicidal thoughts when I'm left all alone. MOC got the weed, I just hit the phone. Collecting broken hearts like it's Lucky Charms. Not my intentions when leading on. Swear
I'm sorry, guys. I just, this is not a hip hop show. I'm not trying to be a jerk. That just, and I kept waiting for some rock and roll to come in. I'm thinking, okay, you know, rap, metal, rap, rock, something that was. And look, I'm not against hip hop. This is just, it's just the wrong show. It just didn't work out for me. So listen, rap wise though, I was listening to it. It was at least intelligent, you know, diggable rap. But I mean, just it's not for Soundcheck. I'm sorry to say. Sorry if I've offended the hip hop listeners out there, but nothing against you personally. This is just a metal and a rock show, and I've explained this before to anybody out there who thinks that there's some sort of racist feeling behind what I'm saying right now. I am not black. I've never lived in the urban areas. I don't understand what it means to be black. I don't think it's fair of me as a white, Caucasian, middle-class male to even try to act like I understand what the hell's going on with that. Can I enjoy it? Sure, yeah. Can other people enjoy it? Yes. But for me to try to critique or say that I even comprehend the feelings or the emotions going into it's just not. I'm not. So yeah. So I'm sure that'll make some people mad too. But whatever. That's cool. I'm on Raw Talk Online. I'm being raw and talking online. Grave Huffer. All right, so here's the deal with Grave Huffer. And you know, since it's Raw Talk Online, I mean, I'm just going to be raw. And so they're not my favorite band. It's just a little rough around the edges for me, kind of hard for me to comprehend. I'm not sure if it's like grind or sludge or noise or what. But let me tell you something. Do I wear their shirt? You're damn right I do. Those guys are relentless. They promote themselves. They get their music to all the stations. Then they promote the stations that play them, and they don't stop. They work their butt off. They keep putting out videos. They're all over it. Not my favorite music in the world, and that's okay because they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. You know, they're just out there working hard, and I appreciate that from them. Is it my favorite band in the world? No, I don't care though. Those guys are working hard to get their names known. They're out there and they're busting their ass. So, you know, for tacos, even though it's not my favorite song or favorite band, I appreciate the guys. They're professionals. They're doing what they do. That's a big deal. So many bands, you know, put up a song on Reverb Nation and think they're going to be rock stars, or so many bands turn their music into radio shows. And they're like, okay, cool, our music was played on this show. Well, here's what is interesting to me is that bands like this who are out there promoting the stations that play their music, that's a big deal. Anyway, man, so I appreciate Grave Huffer, man. I really do. Coming up next is a band called Cry My Name with a song called Backbone on Soundcheck.
And I have enough for them because everything's purely we are one planet, we are the humans. Nobody sees me. I skin myself like a snake. All the colors cover the ground. Open your eyes. Don't you see?
And a little bit of Cry My Name, Backbone here on Soundcheck. I love that. I love that whole kind of Atreyu-esque, super sappy pop harmony chorus with the quasi-gent hardcore. Did I lose anybody yet? Anyway, so I dig it. I would wear the shirt. I like it. I'm going to go, probably 3.5 tacos on that. Yeah, I mean that's it. I'm a sucker for that kind of stuff. That was cool. It was a good tune. It was catchy. I loved the melody. It was well written. Production was good. There was a lot of great things about that. So I'm in. I want to say thanks to the Mary. Let me make sure that's right because I don't want to be embarrassed if it's wrong. All right, hold on. Let's see. People are saying nice things about me, so I wanted to thank them. Melissa Joe from Optimus Prime, thank you, and the band for saying such kind things. It's what we do, man. We play bands, and we try to get people to listen to bands they've never heard of, and that's what we do. And pleasure is mine. That's what I like to do, man. So you're welcome, and thanks for the kind words. And yeah, man. So that's one of the reasons I do this. It's there's so much music out there, and you hear people all the time. They're bitching and moaning about, I could never find any new music, and it's because you're listening to the big rock FM stations that have been playing the same music for 30 years. There are thousands and thousands of bands out there that nobody knows about, and so I try to find them and bring them to you. That's what I do. So anyway, I'm excited to do that for people. And, we were at 4,000 bands that we played started in 2014 with the Metal Moose Radio Show. So a bunch of bands. There's a bunch, man. And we're just going to keep going. We're going to do this forever. And one of these days, people are going to like us. I'm telling you, it's going to happen. Grit on the Soundcheck. Yes, I still love tacos. heavy damn metal right there from Grit. You know, my favorite thing about that is it wasn't trying to be something that it's not. It wasn't trying to be more fancy than it needed to be. It wasn't trying to be better than what it was. It was just like metal, and it was organic, and it was just badass. Yeah, it's one of those. You know, I would wear the shirt, and I would tell people, if you want a good solid band, you know, to listen to, Grit is a good band. It's not one of those bands that you listen to where you're waiting for, like, you know, fireworks. You know, you're just getting a good steady dose of metal, and according to Kevin DeBro, that's all you'll ever need. I bet nobody else caught that. Anyway, okay, so yeah, man. I mean, that was pretty cool. I'm a fan of that. That was right on. Yeah, so Grit, I would wear the shirt. That was totally a Four Taco song, and that's really good. Four Tacos for me is, I don't easily give tacos away, so just kind of appreciate that for what it is. Yeah. Anyway, so it's a. Wow. This is Soundcheck from Oklahoma City and the Moose Pit Studio. So rocking out of here and getting some interaction from some bands online. Really cool. Martyr and Optimus Prime. It's really we get a lot of reaction from the bands on Soundcheck as opposed to Metal Moose. You know, because Metal Moose, we just we didn't talk about the bands like never. It just wasn't something that we were interested in. I was just, you know, wanted to talk about like slathering your body down in Nutella. That's what was cool. And so, you know, bands didn't write. You know, they would say, thanks for playing us, and that would be it, and blah, 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 you know. But it's cool. When we play the bands on Soundcheck, they're more apt to write because we talk about the songs and give our opinion on the songs. And we even have bands that I didn't like at all write and say, hey, thank you, you know, we're doing this or we're doing that, or there's a reason this was that way, or yada, yada, yada. And that's pretty cool when you know, I don't ever want to dog anybody, you know, I mean, you just suck. But sometimes I've said some kind of harsh things, you know, bad production, your band's not that good, yada, yada, yada. I feel kind of bad for the band nerd thing earlier, the rap band, you know. It just sometimes it doesn't work, and it sometimes doesn't work, and when it doesn't work and you still write and say thank you, that's pretty cool, man. Kudos to you. That's the way it's supposed to work. It's support back and forth. So, and another great example is like Gravehuffer. They're not my favorite music, but I'm going to support them forever. They're awesome. They're doing their job. So, Obscura Amentia. I'm going to go with melodic. It kind of reminds me of Omnium Gatherum. Maybe it's just because it starts with an O, like Opeth or Oprah. You know, who doesn't need a little Obscura Amentia on a Tuesday? I know I do. I know it's a little bit of Soundcheck. It's my gift for me. Just Obscura Amentia. Pretty cool, man. I like songs like that are crafted. You know, it's like a piece of work. It's molded. It's got layers, and I would wear that shirt. I like it. It was well thought out kind of music, and I like that sometimes. I'm not always in the mood for. I am from the South. It's hard for me to understand that smart man's music. Just anyway, sometimes you're in the mood for Dream Theater. Sometimes you're in the mood for, the Ramones. It's just how it is. So anyway, man, yeah. So I swear that I had some Woe Fat loaded up, and I can't seem to find it now. So I don't know what the hell happened to it. Anyway, it's Soundcheck coming to you from the Moose Pit Studios in Oklahoma City. I'm Moose. 424-666-7356 is second week in a row. We've gone almost a whole show. No text. Little sad at humanity because, I thought for sure we'd have somebody at least text in. Oh, whoa, what the hell just happened? Okay, so while I go to fix this disaster, coming up right now, a band called Hollow Star.
Never
Hollow Star there with Holding It Together. Good blues, solid. It's one of those things that, I feel like if that band is playing, people are dancing. And then there's the guy who's had, too much Milwaukee's Best, hanging over a tree, kind of nodding his head. The guitar players in the audience are like, hell yeah, man, this is pretty cool. It's got a universal kind of classic rock, hard rockin'. They remind me a lot of Bigfoot from the UK, if you've ever heard them. Good blues rock stuff. It's not my favorite kind of music, but it's totally acceptable, and people dig that kind of stuff. I thought it was pretty good. It was solid as hell, so yeah. So it's pretty cool. When I was talking to you guys just a minute ago, I was looking for my Whoa Fat song, and I noticed that all of my music was gone. So, hey, we just loaded up some music that I wasn't really planning on playing, but we're going to play it. It's the fun of live radio. But you know what? You can do it naked. Moonreich.
The morning on a
It's Moonreich with a long time awaited funeral. I like that. It's another one of those big crafted textured songs. The music was amazing. The vocals are kind of standard, kind of a deal, but it was enjoyable. It kept me interested. Sometimes that's really, really hard to do. As much metal as I listen to, sometimes I'm like, oh, okay, I've heard this song. But yeah, man, I thought it was really good. I would wear that shirt. I love the name of the band too, Moonreich. Just a cool name. Yeah, man. So listen, I hope you guys are having a good time. I want to thank you wherever you're listening from. It's a big deal to me that I try to take the time to say thank you to everybody that listens, no matter if you're listening on a radio station like Raw Talk Online or Pure Rock Radio or Crave in Dallas and NGFY. Somebody sent me a list the other day of the top internet radio stations, and I was on 2 of the top 5. NGFY was one of them. And then I know, we do 17 plus a month on 102.7 WSNR, which is super cool. Boston Rock Radio as well. Man, it's endless. And thanks to American Broadcasting School for doing an article on me and all kinds of stuff. That's pretty cool. I mean, I guess, the thing I was talking to them the other day. I went back to the school and talked to my professor and my friend Larry and stuff. Anybody can do this. Anybody can plug a mic into a board and talk into, and make a show. Anybody can do it. I'm not doing anything special. But I love doing it. I love radio and I love metal, and it's my favorite thing in the world to do. It's my get to share. I would sit down in a room and just play music on a stereo for people if I could. Be like, hey man, check this song out. This is awesome. Yada yada yada. That's what I like to do. And yeah, man. So I love doing this, and I'm glad that people listen, and I appreciate that, man. So it's a big deal to me. I appreciate it very much. I got the So Let It Be Written James Hetfield book the other day. I have not read it yet, but I'm very interested because he's one of those guys that, Metallica changed my life. Motley Crue changed my life, and then Metallica came along and they changed it again. And James is one of those guys that's pretty interesting to me because he's gone through some crazy stuff, with alcoholism and all of that. So it's just, I'm interested in, he's like one of the greatest rhythm guitarists of all time. So, anyway, I'm stoked about it. I know a lot of people are like, it's not fashionable. Well, it's fashionable to hate Metallica, actually, is I guess the best way to put it. And I understand that to a point. I mean, I heard Load. I heard Saint Anger. I mean, I get it, but they're legends, man. So just stop with the hate. It's silly. So my son told me the other day he picked up the new Metallica and he loves it. And I was so glad to hear that. So anyway, yeah, man, here we go. Soundcheck. A band called Legion of Andromeda.
We'll be right back.
Well, Legion of Andromeda. So here's what I have to say about that. So, I mean, there's absolutely nothing. It was ugly, and it kind of had that. You know, like the very first time you heard heavy metal, maybe you were a kid and you were watching TV and they showed stoners and they were listening to metal back when it was like dangerous and scary and you were scared of it. That had that emotion to it. It was really like a lo-fi, horrible production. You could hear that ride cymbal, bing. It was almost evil, like a bell in the background. It just, like I would wear that shirt because it really... I'm such a big fan of creating emotion or feelings with music, and that created. I felt like I was like 8 again, and it's that feeling of I'm listening to something I shouldn't be listening to. You know, it was just that ugly. It was sinister, and I like that. Because I believe that I as much as I love the pop laden, hardcore thing, and I love all that stuff, or even pop punk or whatever, but metal was dangerous, and I miss that sometimes. They turned Ozzy into a buffoon when they get him on TV. When I was growing up, Ozzy was the devil. I mean, that was scary. You didn't listen. Only bad people listened to heavy metal. It had that outlaw mentality, and that song kind of brought that back. It was like, man, this is kind of edgy, and you don't hear that very often. I think that a lot of bands try to do it, the whole thing, but that's so overdone. That was like cult music almost. I mean, I was just, yeah, that was cool. That's I'm a little scared. I might have nightmares, but I like that. I mean, it created something, and yeah, that's why I do this. I like to listen to music and find things like that, little hidden gems of death. All right, coming up next is a band called Lantern with the song "Cleansing of the Air."
Think of the air. These illusion of the real. Exorcism of the chain. Got to struggle with the strength and fear.
Lantern with Cleansing of the Air. There's been some serious metal tonight. That the last two tunes have been like, that's metal. That's not like kind of metal or metalcore or metal laced. That's metal. That's like scarier parents, do heroin kind of, metal. Wow. It's been pretty rough. And I have to say, I've been playing some music tonight that I wasn't planning on playing because my whole playlist disappeared. Something about the software, some of the music I load in there, it turns it into gibberish, and then when I load it to play, it's not there. So, yeah, man, I had some other stuff I was going to play, some Woe Fat, and, I was going to play some Barbra Streisand. I wonder if anybody else said anything about that. I wonder if anybody got the Kevin DeBarreau joke earlier. Am I the only one who knows who Kevin DeBarreau is? I mean, really? I know he's dead, but I mean, Elvis is dead. Everybody knows who's that. Is Michael Jackson? It's not just me. All right, man. So listen, we've been to do another show. No text or phone calls. The live thing, for some reason, and here's the weird deal. I remember when I first got into this, and radio stations were refusing my show. They're like, "You're not live. You're a podcast. You're not real radio." And I was always like, I like doing the podcast. I've done the live thing before. It just, everybody's always like, live is the way to go, man. People interact and you can talk to them. And really? The phone's not ringing. So, yeah, I'm doing it just, because they asked me to. Raw Talk said, hey, man, you want to come on and go live? And I said, yeah, I'm sure. We'll give it a shot. I don't know what kind of... success we'll have with that. But I mean, we did it. We tried. So we're still going. We'll do it for a few more weeks to see what happens. It's a gig. We do it. Coming up now, a band called, before I forget. No, I'm going to wait. This is Bestial with Something French. I feel like I need to confess that the past 3 songs have just been like devil music. Somebody's going to listen to it and think that I sacrifice goats. Jesus, wow. Now look, I had to dig deep into the hard drive to pull out some music since all my music disappeared. But woo, man, that was some. Man, I feel dirty. Whew. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. That was terrified me. I don't know if I could wear that shirt. I'd burn in hell. We're gonna play another one. I hope this is a little bit more upbeat, maybe a little happy. This is Last Hounds with DOA. It's the Last Hounds with DOA. You see a little bit of Rancid meets Sum 41, a little bit of rap punk kind of thing. I could deal with that. Sorry about the band nerd thing earlier. That's just wrong place, wrong time. So anyway, yeah, man, that's it for the music on Soundcheck. So if you want to listen a little bit longer, I was just going to tell you guys about this. This guy, I don't know if you're in the United States or if you're in Europe or whatever, but so this guy is asked to get off of a plane on United-Airlines. They're like, hey, we overbooked. Can we give you some money in a hotel room? We need you to get off the plane, and we're going to offer you some stuff. And he refused. He didn't want to get off the plane. So they called the airport security and the cops. So the cops came on there, and said, "Sir, you need to get off the plane." And he refused like a little 2-year-old, and they kicked his ass. And now he's going to sue. He's like, "I paid for my seat, and I should get to fly." You're right, dude. You should. But the way to handle it is not to act like a 2-year-old and refuse and be a little baby. Get off the plane. A law enforcement official is speaking to you, telling you, get off the plane. So get off the plane. Go to the counter and say, "I need an explanation. I'll take my money, and you need to get me on another flight." It's as simple as that. We're teaching our kids, we're teaching the future that it's okay to throw a fit when you don't get what you want. And that's not how life works. You don't get to sue every time you get, a little bit of lemonade, a little bit of hard luck. It happens to all of us. You take care of it. You're an adult. Grow up. Absolutely hate it. And people on Facebook just slaughtered me. They were like, they called me an enemy of democracy. I'm an enemy of democracy because this guy's being a 2-year-old? He should have got his ass kicked. I'm glad they kicked his ass. And because when my kids aren't happy with what they get, I'm not going to teach them to throw a fit. I'm going to teach them to deal with it and learn how to handle the situation. I'm not going to say, throw yourself on the floor and throw a fit, and then everybody's going to give you what you want. No, it doesn't work like that. And we're lying to them if we tell them that it does. So, anyway, that's my raw talk online piece for the moment. Thanks once again for listening to Soundcheck, Moose Pit Studios here in Oklahoma City. My name is The Moose. I say it every show. I'm going to say it again. You wake up, you kick ass, you be kind, you repeat. That's the Moose way of life. And I'm going to add on to my end statement because I saw this and I like it. Never, ever give up on your stupid, stupid dreams. Just don't give up. Just keep rocking it. Trust me, it's worth it, man, because maybe one day you can have a podcast and people will listen to you. You never know. All right, guys, thanks for listening. We'll see you next time. Find us at www.themetalmoose.com on Facebook, Pinterest, Instagram, Twitter, all that stuff. Yeah, man, we'll see you next time. See ya!